The top 10 biggest companies in the world. Measuring the value of a company isn't easy, so I'll take the costs of stocks as a reference. Don't miss this video, as the corporate titans of China and the United States will have a trade war. Who will win?
The Republic!
Number 10. JP Morgan Chase & Co., the US. Let's start with the largest bank in America.
You only have enough cash for the next 3 customers! Hey,
I'm just kidding. This financial giant is the final boss of a long merger and acquisition process of a financial and chemical entities?
Yes, good.
The chemical bank was a bank established by a century-old chemical company. The bank ended up buying Chase Manhattan Bank in 1996 and bought JP Morgan & Co. as well, the famous bank founded by millionaire John Piermont Morgan. All these entities formed the JP Morgan Chase & Co. Bank in 2000. It may sound difficult, but this large entity has a market capitalization value of more than $366 billion, which sounds nice to anyone. Number 9. Visa, the US.
give me your wallet!
Haha, don't worry. I just wanted to make sure you have a Visa with you. Do you know which is the only place Visa hasn't reached yet? Antarctica. It's in every corner, or should I say every pocket.
It's a utility belt, not a money belt. 6 million.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
Let me tell you something interesting. Visa doesn't issue cards, grant loans, nor set fees or rates to its customers. That's what the banks that work with Visa do. Visa only acts as an intermediary between the banks of the buyer and seller, charging a commission fee. A few cents per purchase may sound like a small amount, but with countless transactions, Visa stocks have a current total value of $389 billion.
Take your cards, boys.
I think it's time to go shopping. Number 8. Alibaba, China. Have you ever bought an item on AliExpress? Well, this website to buy products from China was created by Alibaba in 2010. So let's start talking about internet-based companies.
You want us to come with you?
The Alibaba Group was founded by Jack Ma in 1999 and specializes in e-commerce, retail, payment services, price comparison search engines, and cloud storage. Alibaba has a capitalization-weighted index of more than $431 billion, and it became the largest initial public offering of Wall Street for $25 billion in September 2014. This was because its sales share value increased by 38%, thanks to accessing the Chinese marketplace with the help of the AliExpress app, for example. Number 7. Tencent Holding, China. This is a Chinese multinational founded by Ma Huateng in 1998. Tencent Holding offers a variety of online services such as social networks, web portals, e-commerce, and game distribution. Have you heard of QQ?
What?
Well, it's barely known in the West. It's brutally popular in Asia. Simply put, it's the Chinese messenger and has 210 million users. Besides QQ, Tencent also created Soso, the Chinese Google, Qzone, the Chinese Facebook, and has bought a good amount or the totality of other online businesses. Have you played League of Legends? Well, Tencent bought the entire Riot Games in 2011, the company owner of the game. Do you play Fortnite? Tencent owns almost half of Epic Games and owns shares in other brands such as Ubisoft, Activision Blizzard, Supercell, and more. Tencent Holding has a value of $436 billion, something that would be nonsense 20 years ago since it's only computer data. Number 6. Berkshire Hathaway, the US. Just like JP Morgan Chase, Berkshire Hathaway is another monster that arose as a result of several mergers, but Berkshire started as a textile company in 1839 named Valley Falls. In 1929, it merged with Berkshire Cotton Manufacturing, then with Hathaway Manufacturing, which was in crisis since World War I, and was renamed Berkshire Hathaway. In 1962, it was bought by the famous billionaire Warren Buffett, who ventured into the insurance and stock purchase industry to the extent that it left the textile industry in 1985. Nowadays, it's a holding company, which is a company focused on being the total or partial owner of other companies. Its total stocks are currently worth $496 billion, and it's a shareholder of companies such as Coca-Cola, Heinz, The Washington Post, American Express, and much more. Number 5. Facebook, the US. A friend might be writing you on Facebook, and if not…
Gee, that's so sad. Everyone should have one Facebook friend.
This company provides social network services, and its main social media, Facebook, was launched by Mark Zuckerberg on February 4, 2004. Now it's an important part of your daily routine. You don't use Facebook because you think it's an outdated social media? Well, let me tell you that it bought Instagram for $1 billion in 2012 and WhatsApp for $16 billion in 2014. Facebook's stocks add up to $550 billion, and it has 2.3 billion users, which is 7 times more than the population of the US. Oh wait, I got a message on WhatsApp. Number 4. Alphabet, the US. Alphabet was created by Google in August 2015, and its stocks are worth $839 billion. But
What's that?
Alphabet was created to handle all the corporate affairs of the world's most famous search engine company. Google created Alphabet to undertake and manage projects that aren't directly related to the browser, such as different websites or technology development. Google Maps and Gmail? Alphabet deals with them. Thus, Google can focus on being Google without its value being affected on Wall Street in case other projects fail. Moreover, since it isn't Google, it can merge or sell products without getting their hands dirty if it's a failure. Number 3. Amazon, the US. Amazon is the biggest e-commerce and cloud storage site in the world. It was established by Jeff Bezos in 1994, who previously worked at a Wall Street investment bank with a good salary and a promising professional career. So he hesitated and delayed leaving everything behind to devote himself to the e-commerce, which was what he liked the most.
I want to have minimized the number of regrets that I have.
And of course, you didn't have any since your company's stocks are worth more than $959 billion. Much more than the value of the firm that you used to work at. Movies, music, software, video games, electronics, clothing, furniture, food, books, and anything you can buy is on Amazon. By the way, do you like streamed broadcasts? Well, Twitch also belongs to Amazon. Number 2. Apple, the US. Are you watching this video from an iMac or MacBook? Is your phone an Apple?
And we are calling it iPhone.
Okay, I think the big screen made it clear. The second best listed company is Apple with a total stock value of $959 billion. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ron Wayne established Apple in 1976, although Wayne remained in the company for only 12 days and then sold his share for $1,300.
Ouch.
As Jeff Bezos said, you have to live without regrets. Apple's first success was the Apple I computer. It rocketed with the Apple II, and despite the Apple III being a failure, it overcame itself and joined the stock market with 4.6 million shares, generating over $100 million. How crazy is that? There's too much to talk about Apple, so I'll skip to 2011 when its main mastermind, Steve Jobs, resigned his position as CEO and the company's total value dropped by 5%. Jobs also created Pixar, which was later bought by Disney. In exchange for this sale, Jobs became the single biggest shareholder for the brand of the famous mouse, so Disney also lost 1.5% of its value when he died. Such a shame. He left before inventing my iBurger. Number 1. Microsoft, the US.
Why is a system like this so important?
If you're watching this video on any device other than Apple or Android, you're probably using Windows, since not even the two of them together have been able to defeat Microsoft. What? Okay, although Microsoft is currently number 1, the first 3 places of this top are always fighting over it. What are a few $1 million more or less? Could you give me some? Established in 1975 by Paul Allen and Bill Gates, who has more than 1.5 million followers on YouTube, Microsoft is worth more than $1,058 billion. It's impossible and unnecessary to summarize this story in a video, but Microsoft created Windows. Do you work using Word or Excel? It also created Microsoft Office. Have you played Gears of War? It created Xbox. Besides developing Age of Empires 4, Microsoft has focused on cloud computing and artificial intelligence development since 2014 against the software competence with Apple and Android. This resulted in great success and placed it on top of this list. I wanted to include TrendMax on this top, but I think I'm $1 million short, or maybe thousands of them. But who counts them? Like this video, share it, subscribe, and tap the bell icon. That way, one day, I'll get into this top. Here are some more videos you'll surely like. Until next time.